now we have the problematic trans bill, the really problematic trans bill, where under the garb of saying that, protection of trans people, actually you are completely removing self-identification. You are leaving now trans people in the hands of a district magistrate and a doctor to get a certificate. So basically you are saying that we are increasing bureaucracy, because we all know how in this country to get anything you have to pay. We can all pretend like as if we are our bribery and corruption is gone. It's not gone, it's gotten worse. So I be saying that now the trans community, which has been subjected to harassment, has been pushed to sex work to get their surgeries done, has been pushed to ask for money on the streets. Now they have to not only do that for all of the medical procedures, but also now to get a certificate to tell them who they are. I'm saying that derai darustai, at least. To be honest, 377 was such a hindrance to companies in terms of them stopping any contribution to the LGBTQ community. But actually, legally, nobody read the fine print. There was nothing stopping companies. What was the issue was that they just didn't understand the law, so therefore they were like, we will just not do anything. So we won't run employee resource groups, we won't hire from the community, we won't promote that we're hiring from the community. Then you had multinational companies who had inclusion practices all across the world, but they didn't do it in India. What happened was that in 2009, when the High Court read it down, thode se came up then. Then when in 2013 it was reversed, then everyone went back to nothing. What happens is that sometimes when you're not from the community and you're running a business, but you want to be into a community that you really don't know any idea on, they don't know any better. So they think that by putting the rainbow or putting these flags or being inclusive is just, that's it, right? Put it on social media and then we forget about it. What if they really want to, and this is where we as customers now need to be smart and need to be aware of who's really in it for actual profitability and who's really in it because they want to be or make a change, they want to actually contribute to the community. I think the real inclusion will come when you actually truly embrace, empower and mainstream our community. And the way you do that is by providing jobs, is by wealth creation, it is by giving opportunities, and it's also by having us in decision making powers. Because one is that, okay, we're getting entry level jobs, right? But the other is no. If, let's say, I'm taking decisions on the trans community, then I have to have trans people in my team who are at that level to take those decisions, to be able to help me give the right, whether it is toilet usage, whether it is locker room usage. I think that's what needs to happen now with the other companies. We were shunned so much in this country. There was such lack of rainbow that if now you want to go full blast, I say go full blast and run it or rub it on the face. Of course, then the celebration goes, right? When all of this celebratory euphoria goes, then the real work starts. Because now is the time when we have to talk about inclusion, not just at the workspace, but in every walk of life. Because you have just told us that we are no longer criminals. You haven't given us equal citizenship. You have not told us that you are allowed to marry another of the same sex person. You have not told us that you can have inheritance. You have not told us that you can get property or have a joint bank account, or that because of your sexuality you can't get fired.